Good day, everybody. Colin here. And I wanted to stop in and talk about the Great Awakening. What is this Great Awakening you may keep hearing about? If you watch any videos that have to do with subjects like that, or conspiracies, or 5D ascension, or that thing, or the food supply, or big pharma, then you may be part of the Great Awakening. If you question what you're told, then you may be part of the Great Awakening. But no matter what, whether you're aware of it or not, it's happening. It's happening. And I want to talk more about exactly what it is. Basically, it's dark to light. It's dark to light. On an individual level and on a collective level, which is why we keep seeing all these catastrophes, real or imagined. And the news and the media keep showing little tickers on the screen, cases, deaths, right? Yet when you talk to certain healthcare workers, and you may even go to some of these facilities yourself, they don't look very busy. I'm not saying this thing isn't real, but I'm saying it's really fabricated, artificially, synthetically. This is a war, essentially, between humans and AI. And the humans who are just blindlessly taking this. Did I say blindlessly? I meant mindlessly. Without questioning it, without questioning what's in it, without researching anything about it. They're just doing it because the news feed told them to. So it must be okay, right? We need to question it. Let's get back on with our lives. Let's go back to sleep. They don't want to be part of the Great Awakening. They don't believe in the Great Awakening. But no matter what, it's happening around them no matter what. And I think about it every day. In the Matrix, in the movie, when Cypher is having his steak in that restaurant with Agent Smith wanting to be plugged back in, sometimes I understand why. How much easier would life be if we didn't know, Kind of like a faint longing for the ignorance is bliss, But I always told myself long ago, I want to know. I want to know everything. I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth of this world. And when I declared that to myself years ago, I didn't really know what that meant. And I didn't really see much of this coming, honestly. Some people who make videos on here, they're like, I told you years ago this was going to happen, and a lot of them did. Maybe I just didn't want to see it, because a lot of it's scary. And extremely interdimensional. You may be interested in learning about quantum physics and things like that, and numerology, and numbers, and astrology, astronomy. About how our bodies are constructed, about religions, and how they all have the same basic structure. how the numbers are all the same throughout the different denominations. I recommend the movie Zeitgeist if you haven't seen that yet. That'll give you a nice primer on the workings of the world infrastructure, if you're so inclined, right? And if you're watching to this point in this video, you probably are inclined. But if you want to see this battle take place in real time, all you gotta do is step outside your door. Step outside your door. You see a person walking down the street with a mask on in 110-degree temperature, looking safe, but yet sad at the same time. Kind of demoralized and sort of beaten down. That seems to be the theme of these last few months, maybe this last year, you know? And they're trying to, do mask mandates again here in the West. California's already done it. I'm sure, I'm in Las Vegas, so I'm sure it'll be here soon. And I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that fucking game. Because it's a fucking game. White House press secretary won't talk about how the virus was made in China. They won't talk about that. They just circled back to something else. And if you bring this up to people who are plugged in, who watch the news, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. Those same people, if you told them a year and a half ago there was going to be a virus that shut down the whole planet, a man-made virus that shut down the whole planet, everybody be wearing masks and businesses would be closed, the only thing would be open would be Walmart and Target. If you told them that, they'd call you the same thing. Yep, it's a battle for your soul. That's what it is. It's a battle for your soul. That's what it comes down to. And those of you attracted to content like this are aware of this battle on some level. And once you know, you can't unknow, right? So that's the blessing and the curse. At least then you don't have to get this, right? Because you know it's bullshit. And guess what? People who've gotten that anyway still have to wear masks in California. So what's the point? What's the fucking point? But what can you do about this? What can you do about all this craziness happening around you? Well, the funny thing is, it's happening inside you too. That's the interesting thing. It's happening inside you as well. The same battle. So what I'm doing is I'm allowing myself to become hyper aware of my thoughts and actions and ways of being. I come out here most mornings, as long as it's not 150 outside degrees, and I come out here for walks and I get in touch with nature. It makes me feel peaceful. I like to get in touch with that feeling because I believe the closer we get to peace, the closer you get to your soul. And the closer you get to your soul, the closer you get to your purpose of being here. And it's easy to get distracted because, we have to pay the bills and all that stuff, But it's very important during this time, more than ever, that you fill your own cup with whatever brings you joy. And take that feeling inside you and walk down the street. Walk through the mall. And when you walk by people who have these fucking masks on. You're emanating your energy of connectedness, of wholeness. And on some level, it helps them to remember. On some level. I'm happy to see people out here with no masks on at the moment. It's nice. Though I still see people walking down the street by themselves with a mask on, and in their car by themselves with a mask on. And a lot of those people, they have like dead eyes. Like the AI's gotten them. Like I said, guys, this is a war between artificial intelligence and humanity. On multiple levels. Do some looking into it. You'll see what I mean. Transhumanism is the agenda. They want to keep you vaccinated and masked so you are dehumanized and full of nanobots. So they can track you and turn you off, redirect you. They want to turn you into your smartphone, basically. They want to turn you into this. Remember that scene in The Matrix where Morpheus holds up the battery? Turn you into this. They want to turn you into that. And Neo starts throwing up. Well, now you can throw up. You can start throwing up now because it's true. But after you do that, after you throw up, come back to yourself. Come back to your wholeness. Listen to the quiet of your soul. What is it telling you? What is it time for you to do? What is it time for you to feel? What is it time for you to be? Are you supposed to keep going to work and coming home and turning yourself off only to be plugged in again the next day? No. Those days are over. The only way humans can win this is if we become our greatest, truest, most authentic versions of ourselves. It's the only way. That's the only way. So, what does that look like for you? I don't know. That will come from reflection time. Reflect on it. And figure out what that means for you. How are you going to spread awareness? How are you going to spread love? How are you going to spread compassion? I know it's easy to be angry at the people who are still sleeping, who are still plugged in, and angry at the fact that they are, as again Morpheus said in The Matrix, they are part of a system that they will fight to protect, right? And what he's talking about there is cognitive dissonance. It will get extremely angry with you if you bring up things that question their entire perception of reality. They will get so angry with you that some people will cast you out of their lives forever. They'll say, "Oh, you've changed." Yeah, I have changed. I am awake. I'm sorry to see that you're not. But you know what? I'll be around for if and when you decide to open your eyes a little bit. Open this eye a little bit. Wipe the crust off. Start seeing things for what it really is. Start seeing yourself for who you really are. The power you truly hold. You're not as insignificant as you think, my friend. and it's standing in your significance that's going to win this war. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off now, guys. If you got value from this video, please let me know in the comments. Share this video if you feel like it would help somebody get a grasp on what this whole thing is. And I'll be back with more. Take care.